Hi, Muchismo Eugene. Welcome to another video from Exit Strategy. Please like, subscribe, share, give a thumbs up to this video if you found it helpful, and pass it on if you believe someone else will benefit from it. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, 3 major reasons why a narcissist avoids you and is afraid of you. 3 major reasons. And these 3 reasons are just basic reasons that you should just remain aware of. And they'll do 2 things for you. They will help you understand that you hold the power and the narcissist doesn't. And it will equally help you understand that your awakened state is crucial to maintaining and continuing to elevate in order to keep these people at arm's length, if not further. So let's talk about the 3 major big reasons why they fear you and they avoid you. One reason is because you are a truth carrier, you're a truth teller. How do they know this? They can tell just by your essence, your aura, your whole existence. They read energy like you do, the awakened empath. You can read their body language. You can look in their eyes. They can tell when an empath is solid. You may not know a whole bunch about these evil entities, but you are aware enough to be vigilant and you're in tune with yourself. They notice this. And that's a big reason why they avoid you, because you're in tune. And what they look for is people who are out of sync with themselves. They look for people who are distressed and in despair. They can observe this behavior or these mannerisms from you. We're not, even when you're going through, like, say, a low point, which I talk about often, you're going through something, you're in deep thought. They read that too. And you'll probably observe one rush up on you inadvertently. Total stranger. Like they haven't seen you in many years, and you're looking at them like, I don't even know this person. I get it all the time. They'll run up to you. Hi, do you work here? And I'll say, no, I don't have the vest on. That's, kind of an indication. Not to that degree, never insulting, but matter of fact. As an awakened empath, you can see the curveball before it leaves the narcissist's hand. You don't swing at it. And so this is one instance where they will do this. But for the most part, they will stay at arm's length and they will observe you. You'll look up and you'll casually see someone 2 hours over. They will have this transfixed stare at you. It's not just because you're handsome or you're beautiful. It is a stare beyond just the physicalities. They see something in you, in their mind, worth latching on to, but they are hesitant because they see again someone who is whole, someone who has a self-awareness, someone who's not rubbernecking, someone who's not thirsty or desperate for attention, and different things like that. So this shows when you're elevating and you continue to vibrate and you're getting this awareness. It shows, and it actually protects you. It keeps these demons away from you, because God protects you. He puts a hedge of protection around you. And so don't get caught lacking in the respects of just taking days off of your awareness and staying in tune with who you are and what these entities are as well. You don't have to be dogmatic about this stuff, but you definitely have to maintain awareness. This is crucial because and I know it only took this narcissist that abused you to creep in with some kind-hearted, fake, cordial pitch of, how are you doing? Can I help you? This, that, and the other, which normal, healthy people do. But the difference is, looking back, you knew that something, shortly after that interaction, you knew that was a little more manufactured than it should have been. They were doing too much. You look for organic approaches with people. You look for organic interactions with people. And if you just pay attention to the conversations that you're having, you don't have to particularly move different for the most part. Even though when you're awakened, you do things differently, you do move to a strong degree differently. But in those same conversations, in those same dynamics to which you are going to partake of living in this world, you're going to interact and socialize, but you have to pay attention. Okay. So number 2 is, the other reason is they can't penetrate. They cannot penetrate. And this sounds like the first one, but what I'm saying is they know off the gate, they cannot come near you. It's almost like there's a heat around you, that hedge of protection I was talking about. And so that standoffishness is very warranted, because they see something in you that they want. They want to latch on to it, but it's kind of like grabbing electricity or a wire that will kill you just by grabbing it. They know that an empath awakened is something to be reckoned with. They don't want no business with you, because they know you'll give them the business. And hold up, guys, I don't want you empaths to start thinking that you got to go around here putting down and letting them mess around and find out, that kind of stuff. Don't don't do that. But in all seriousness, though, we're peaceable people, and we're okay with that. We don't really care how you feel about us, all kind of slick names you call us. We don't care about that stuff. A lot of people you see, they get caught up in their feelings when someone says something or labels or give their opinion of them. They just get bent out of shape. An awakened empath that's truly in tune with himself, it rolls off like a duck. So don't go out here with that craziness. Don't, this knee-jerk stuff. Because at the end of the day, when you get into an altercation, even though it's warranted and it's richly deserved, and you're put in a situation, a lot of times you'll get down to the police station or you're in handcuffs, and you just know that this thing is going to be dealt with. They're going to find out that this person was the aggressor and you wasn't. You'll be scratching your head like, what? I got how many charges? And this is how it works. Because demons, they love chaos. And a lot of times you will go before a judge who is in fact a narcissist himself. And if he sees and he detects that you really are organically genuine about who you are, and you're pretty much holding your stance as to the fact that you held your ground, he won't like the fact that you have a certain charisma about yourself. He won't like the fact that you have a certain confidence in yourself. Because you got to understand, if this narcissist is a judge, he wants you to play this super subservient role. He wants you to be overly submissive to him. And if you stand your ground in that respect, a lot of times they would impose these charges on you rather than looking at the facts of what really happened. And this is how the world is designed. You're always the one to take the last place. And so get used to that. But God said the first shall be last and the last shall be first. So, hey, that's what he said. So don't always be, don't be gung-ho to be first. Sometimes you get wrongfully accused, and that's just the way it goes. So back to this point of they don't have any business with you because they know they'll get the business. They know that you are a hard sale. You're not buying what they're selling. And again, you don't have to speak in specifics to them. They just kind of know. Because you're not looking at yourself in the way that they're looking at you. You're organically, authentically going about your business. But that is just it. You have no interest. And they need you to be needed. They need you to be needy. That's why I say a lot, don't need to be needed. Look for ways that you can fulfill needs and desires of mankind, whereas it's inconspicuous, it's nonchalant, it's anonymous, and going about your business, living your life. So the third reason is because The third reason is because you don't need them. You don't need them. That's as simple as it gets. Goes along with what I just said. You don't need to be needed, but you don't need them. And the biggest way that the narcissist got us was, even though we was not, or we probably weren't that needy, there was something that they presented to us. There was a void in our life of sorts. And what they did was they saw that void or that need to fill that void. And what they did, they gave you a sales pitch and we should. You don't have to do that by yourself, et cetera, et cetera. And before you know it, what's the word I'm trying to use? We entertain that thought. Before you know it, la, 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 la. We're in this union of sorts. And they're showing you off like the new puppy to their family. That's what they like to do first. They'll take you to the family the same day they meet you. It is just so super weird and disjointed the way these people try to superimpose you on other people. It's kind of like, yeah, they just got a new toy and they just want to show it off. And that's exactly what you are. You're a toy. When they're done playing with you, they trash you, kick you to the curb, like a little kid that's got a lot of issues, don't know how to control themselves. They will rip you apart, but still keep you around. Like a little girl girl have her doll. She don't play with it anymore. Next thing you look around, that doll's got one arm, one leg. She's just fixated on tearing this thing apart. When she first got it, she was doing the hair to the point now the doll's got like half a head of hair. And you're like, why did you take her hair out of her head? And that's to pull an eye out. And this is the adolescence of a child before they develop into maturity, accountability, responsibility. Children do these things. But this is what you're dealing with when you see a narcissist. This is an underdeveloped adult stuck in a child's mentality. That's the best way to put it. And I know it's hard to understand that when you're looking at a full-grown person. For some of you all, it's still hard to look back at. The fact that you were in what you thought was a real marriage. This person went to work. They did responsible things, seemingly. They held positions in businesses, companies. And it's just, for the narcissist, it's just an orchestrated theatrical act. That's why they're able to pull this off. They're not genuinely going to work like you and I go to work. They're not going to work because it brings completeness, wholeness, or ethical obligations. They don't go at anything in that respect. They go at it because they can see on the other end of that, I'm going to be acknowledged. I'm going to be recognized. I'm going to get pats on the back. I'm going to be the man or the woman. I want to be talk of the town. And a lot of us unhealed empaths, before we awakened, we latched on to that mentality in a very big way too. That's why I say all the time, the narcissist is training us across the land. Throughout humanity, the narcissist is trying to be the leader of the pack, and they are training us on how to behave like them. This is why when people see people behaving badly across the board, most people laugh it off like it's a joke. And that's why when certain tragedies happen, people normalize it. They're desensitized. And you'll see the news outlets, they sensationalize it so much till it's sickening to my stomach. Like the P. Diddy trial. This is so sensationalized. Like, who really cares? If you really want to ask me, I would wish that this man, although I know what he is, and I've spoken freely about this, but that's not neither here nor there. I would hope that he gets some get right about himself as a result of what this has happened to him. But wishful thinking, I can hope the best for everyone, but it does not mean that they're going to do the best that they can to rectify their behavior. So this and other things such as this, these things don't matter that much in the grand scheme of things to me. I am worrying about the children that are coming along in this world and some of the young adults that have been psychologically mutilated by this madness called narcissistic personality disorder. And that is my call. That is my that is what I'm dedicated to do. And wherever I can do it, I'm going to do it. So these are the three big reasons why the narcissist avoids you and fears you. That being said, bless.